so this time of day, 6 p.m. in the office feels a bit more human. And looking through all the participants that we have on this call, it's just such an amazing mix of professionals and volunteers really from all across the world. I think at least half of you we're familiar with. You've already been through various webinars and seminars of JReady, but we see a lot of new faces as well. So for your benefit, I'm going to give kind of a brief introduction. So my name's Sam Robinson. I'm part of the Worldwide Community Services Unit at the Jewish Agency for Israel. Our role is addressing the challenges and needs of Jewish communities all around the world, strengthening infrastructure and building resilience. And JReady, which is probably half of my hat at the Jewish Agency, is our platform for emergency management, preparedness and response, and really supporting Jewish communities worldwide in all elements of resilience. We're really fortunate to work in partnership with government bodies, local authorities, emergency services, global experts and leaders to really map the challenges and curate services according to the respective needs of each and every one of your communities. Now, of course, there are many components to our work, from trainings, digital tools, and this worldwide network of experts in various fields of resilience. At this point, we're really honored to be partnering with over 200 different organizations across 51 countries. And of course, our goal, our ultimate goal, is to enhance the preparedness and resilience of Jewish communities worldwide through this highly trained and efficient network of leaders that can ensure the well-being of communities and preserve Jewish life for generations to come. Now, those of you gathered here are not just professionals, advocates, volunteers for your respective communities, but I think above all, every single one of you is a human being that has been deeply impacted by this ongoing war in Israel. I think many of you have probably experienced personal losses, bereavements, and pretty much every single person has been exposed to those traumatic images and videos and information that spread since the horrific atrocities of October 7th, 2023. Wow, saying 2023 while we're in 25 seems a long time ago, and that we're still embroiled in this is very kind of intense for all of us. I think our communities are still deeply shaken. Our country is reeling, and we're grappling with this raw trauma of that day. We have that fragile sense of safety and security that was really eroded on that day, and we're continuing to experience that. And I think as the war continues, this emotional toll that we've all been experiencing, not just for those directly impacted, affected in Israel, but for Jews all across the world. In recent months, we've spoken about this a lot, but we've seen this chilling surge of anti-Semitism across campuses, in the streets, online, and even in all those spaces that we really thought were safe. We're all experiencing this pain, and it's not just on a political level, it is so deeply personal. Many of our communities are also experiencing, and we had a webinar on this as well, this secondary trauma, the emotional and psychological impact that has come about from not the first-hand exposure necessarily, but witnessing suffering of others, the relentless news cycles that we're all exposed to on a daily basis, and of course, stories that we're hearing from friends and family, and that cumulative stress that's just building up of being part of communities under threats. It's a huge weight on all of us, and we're trying to provide you with some light and some resources so that we can all get through this together. So with that in mind, today's webinar, we're giving this space to understanding the psychological and emotional toll that these recent events have taken, and to begin or maybe even continue the essential work of healing and resilience. We're going to explore some of the manifestations of trauma that's both acute and chronic, and how maybe anxiety, depression, grief, all of this is manifesting in our families, in our schools, in our synagogues, all across our communities. So with this in mind, I'm really, really delighted to bring you a taste of the work of a fantastic organization with whom JReady is newly partnering. This organization is called Planetherapy. And as you can see, I'm with two magnificent women on the call. Tal Nir and Ilana O'Malley both come from backgrounds of therapy, self-care, trauma response. And I'm so pleased to welcome, on behalf of JReady, Tal and Ilana to our JReady community. I'm really honored to invite you both to share more about the work of Planetherapy, and hopefully see how some of your communities, you as leaders, can utilize their services in your communities. So Tal, Ilana, the mic is yours.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Sam, for the introduction, and Jay Reddy for the invitation. We are very happy to be here today with you. And I also want to thank you to everyone who made the time to attend this webinar. So we have 45 minutes together, and I want to make these 45 minutes really meaningful to us. So I'll start by acknowledging the challenges we're facing in these times. It's important to understand the difficulties, to address them. Then I'll introduce Planetherapy as a powerful solution, really a gift designed to help us navigate these challenges with strength and unity. We will share a short video that we just received yesterday. And after the video, Ilana will share more about Planetherapy, about how can we work together as individuals, as communities. And we will finish the webinar with Ilana guiding us through a simple and incredible, really powerful technique. It's called Buteyko breathing. It can help us shift from anxiety to calm in less than 5 minutes. We're not just here to talk about stress, we're here to show how can we take back the control. And at the end, we will also have time for questions. I would like to ask you to participate through the chat. Since I cannot see you, I will try. We will try to address the things you write. If anyone wants to comment or ask questions, please do so through the chat, and Leo will assist us. So thank you, Leo. Okay. So I will begin. We all hear about anti-Semitism, and I want to begin with some questions. Have you ever felt unsafe just for being who you are? I invite you to comment through the chat, even in one word, about how you feel when you hear the word anti-Semitism. It can be a word that describes the biggest challenge you feel right now. Okay, so if you can use the chat.
Sal, I think that only the panelists can write in the chat. So I invite everyone to write in the Q&A as opposed to the chat, and then we can see your comments.
Okay. So, okay. Okay, so I believe that the things that we really can feel when we hear anti-Semitism can be either fear or anger or uncertainty, maybe disappointment, or maybe other things that I cannot see that what you're thinking. But what's for sure that for many of us, those feelings are very common in our reality. We wake up, we check the news, and the same cycle repeats. Another attack, another testimony of a hostage being told, or another threat, another moment where just being a Jew feels unsafe. And of course, it doesn't stop there. It can be the way our body tenses when we hear about another anti-Semitic incident or a terrorist attack. And it's always wondering, how bad will it get? Is it ever going to end? So this fear is not just in our minds. It reflects in our bodies, and we can feel it inside our body. We can feel it outside in our communities. And the hardest is when our child looks at us and his eyes wants to know, Are we safe? So the question is, how do we get strength and move forward? Because we cannot afford to be paralyzed. Our communities need us strong, our kids need us strong, they need to feel secure, and we need to know deep, deep in our bones that no matter what is happening in the world, I am strong and I will be strong. So the question is how? So just after October 7, Ilana and I made a decision and took it upon ourselves to go against the stream of fear and hatred and to find those who choose love and courage with the belief that love is stronger than fear. We refuse to let the fear to control our lives. These are the reasons that we created Planetherapy. This is the reason that Planetherapy was born. Because strength isn't just about fighting back, it's about increasing the love. So what is Planetherapy? Planetherapy is a global online resilience support center. It's a place where Israelis and Jewish communities can receive mental and emotional support and to navigate these times, to be empowered without falling apart. In just over a year, we gave more than 2,000 one-on-one support sessions. We have 200 professional therapists coming from 35 different countries with 22 different languages, and all in a dynamic working website. Our website is very easy to access. In only 2 clicks, you choose your preferred therapist, and then you receive an email with the link to your personal support meeting. We would like to share a video. As I said before, we just received the final version yesterday. It is in sponsorship of Mifal Hapais. For us, it is emotional reflection of what Planetherapy is all about, and I want to share it with you. It's a 2-minute video.
Si la guerra te ha dejado afligido y con muchas molestias,
If you feel ano, kung kailangan mo ng isang tao na makikinig sa'yo,
if it's hard for you to open up,
se il mondo sia sempre stando.
Se cerchi qualcuno che ti possa capire,
अगर आपके दिल में कोई बोझ है तो थोड़ा हल्का करना चाहते हो,
Wir sind für euch da. I am not Israeli, I'm not Jewish, but I love Israel with all my heart. When I heard about October 7th, I was so devastated and I could not sit aside. I had to do something about the rising anti-Semitism. I volunteered for years for a German telephone helpline for people in crisis. I've heard people who lost everything and who were looking for a person just to talk to and the person who would listen and care. And I learned one thing: if you truly listen to a person, you can change their world. When I discovered the Planetherapy initiative, I knew right away I want to be part of it. Through this project, I speak to Israelis and Jews from Israel and all over the world, in German and English. They all need someone to talk to about their struggles. The support sessions we offer can ease the weight you carry, and it can make you feel less alone. The website has hundreds of therapists in 22 languages. So everybody can find somebody to speak to in their own language. The results are truly meaningful. When you take care of difficult emotions, life can be much better.
vea la página de Planetherapy.
Choose a therapist in your own language. At makatanggap ng instant na link sa iyong sesyon.
Doesn't get easier than that.
Todas las conversaciones son completamente privadas y gratuitas.
puoi fare 6 sessioni o una sola.
J'ai besoin de parler à quelqu'un. Comme là, pour
Kommt auf die Website von Planetherapy und bucht euren Termin.
I just want to add to this that there have been some really beautiful comments in the chat in the question and answer. And one of our participants actually said she's also not a Jew and she usually wears a Star of David around her, but she's scared to wear it in Paris because of what's going on. And it's very disappointing. A lot of people said they feel anger and fear walking in the streets. So that connects very much to the video that you just shared.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Sam. And I think the video really shows what is our mission. Was like Tal said before, we could very easily as humans fall into the fear and the hatred, but we said no, we're going after love. And by saying love is we're finding people from around the world. We felt like this, we imagined it like spots of light, and where are they, and bring them over and connect them to Israel. Because if you put the sorry wait. I can also say that we feel very, very grateful to serve everybody with these amazing people, and we're very lucky to have them. We actually build a proper community, and anybody out there is welcome to join. But what we found that happened is we actually created a connection to Israel through not just bringing people closer to understand what happened, but one of the volunteers came with us there, Rasmus from Sweden, who's never been to Israel in his life, and he now wants to marry an Israeli woman. Sorry, Rasmus, if you're hearing this. So, okay, I want to explain really that if you know anybody who suffers from trauma or anxiety, or even yourself, please, anybody is welcome to come to Planetherapy. We give sessions, like we will give free 6 sessions. And if anybody wishes to continue the sessions, you're welcome to do so. And it costs €25 per session. We kept it really low. Who do we support? And I want to make it very clear, because there have been questions along the year of, am I deserving therapy? So we would like to say that, of course, we started with October 7 and the ongoing war, but we have realized the rise of the anti-Semitism, and we cannot ignore that. And we cannot ignore those that suffered from anxiety just from the sirens. And we cannot ignore the grandparents or neighbors of people that actually been involved in October 7. So as you can see, it's anybody who's feeling this cycle of trauma is affecting them, please reach out. We're not narrowing the options, it's the opposite. We're at the point where we know we need to strengthen and work together. You can, of course, we would like to say something new, Sam, that we haven't even told you about it, I think. Since we have 35 countries involved with us, we are building a new project where we can give frontal sessions with people in their own countries. So please, Sam, I don't know if you can put our email, or the people can get our emails. If you're here from any community and you feel that you need any sessions with our specialist, they're welcome to come and sit with you. And we've already done it once. It works unbelievable. I don't know how you say that, the good deeds, like people came with food and people came with such amazing wish and want to make it happen, that I advise, please, and we will personalize it directly to your community. Okay, this is something new. The other thing, what we want to acknowledge is, besides the therapy, Yes, leave it there because we do need your help. So you're people from all around the world. And what Tal and I have realized that any media coverage is huge. Every time we've been on Billboard, on Ynet, on newspapers, radios, we actually can see a spike of people coming and getting sessions with us. So it does work. If you're in any connections with the local newspaper, it can be from small to big. We're more than happy to come and speak, interview, and spread the word because many people communicated with us that they feel isolated and they're not really sure where to go. So we can offer that. Every exposure is a key, like you can see here. We went to give a speech by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They invited us. We shared the stage with father of Shani Lok, bless his soul. It was very touching to us that her father said to us that he was honored to share the stage with us, with Planetherapy, because he heard all about it. And we had no idea. So we would like to say just by speaking in this event, we created incredible connection from worldwide. You can see the King of Spain and I having a chat in the middle. We're still working on that connection. It will happen. So it takes some time. The other thing, the JDC, I cannot forget, the JDC invited us to be in the main panel to speak about anti-Semitism in front of Jewish communities. And it was absolutely meaningful to see how people felt, oh, this is great, because sometimes there's overload, or sometimes they have Israelis that living abroad and they didn't know how to or where to refer them. So we're here. We're here to those of you that are between the chairs, we say it in Hebrew. So with us, no one is between the chairs, okay? Please help us spread the word from either social media. We welcome any collaborations on websites. We can publish you can publish us. We love collaborations. I'm a kibbutznik, so I was raised on collaborations. I think it's very, very, very important nowadays, especially to collaborate and work together, especially when somebody tries to break you. This is not the time to break. We need to work together. Okay, I won't talk too much. Sam, if there's any question, feel free to let me know if anybody wants to ask.
I will say there's a lot of beautiful comments. Many people are writing that they're allies to the Jewish community and they've been involved in many difficult discussions, a lot of anxiety-inducing situations, and they're so grateful for this session and the ability to connect with organizations like yours that can connect them with the services they need. And also people are writing that they come from a background of mental health and would be really happy to volunteer their services. So keep those comments and questions coming and offerings, and we will make sure to close all the dots and make all those connections.
Well, I wish I could see the comments myself, but I can feel the love. I can see some hands. So if you want to send more love hearts, you're more than welcome. I can see that. There we go. So any therapist, please, it's very easy through our website. You're more than welcome to join us. What we offer to people is we give from ourselves 6 free sessions, right? So any donations also is really, really, we need it in order for us to continue working and expand our projects as well, that we have so many projects that we wish to work for. I am very, very grateful for the support. We would like to share that. What else did we do, Tal? I'm getting God, we've done so many stuff. We've been to events. We've been to events in Germany. We've been to events in America. Every event, Tal and I are like, I don't know if you ever seen the battery of Duracell. We just create connections and spread the word out there. We do explain what's happening, what we need, what people need, and it's really powerful. So we explained what Planetherapy is. We explained how going through this navigating time is about working together, because this is our strength. I don't want you to go from here as well with I'll give you one tiny example, which is called Buteyko breathwork. It's something that is very meaningful for me as somebody that suffered from anxiety breath problems all my life, especially growing up near factories in the north of Israel. And I want to share with you a very, very small exercise, okay? Of course, if anybody feels that it's hard, don't push it. I don't need any faintings or dizziness. Just follow what I'm saying. But before I start, I want to ask you a question. How many people here, when we're anxious, any silly anxiety, doesn't have to be huge. We all do that one thing when we go like this, right? You can do like comments, say hi, or everybody does that when we're stressed. So I want you to think when you sigh, when you do that, when you do that deep breath, like with a sigh, or when you see some stupid videos out there, we go like this. Think about it. Is it loud? Is it deep? Is it noisy, loud? Is it going through your chest? And is it from your mouth? What I want you to understand that in order to change that, because that actually increase stress and nerves, the idea is to do the opposite. So what Buteyko breathing, which is backed up with full of science, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to talk about science, but there is, please research it. Basically what it says is we need to breathe less. We need to breathe slow. We need to breathe quiet. We need to breathe to your diaphragm. And we need to breathe from the nose. This is not just a decoration. These two holes, they're actually there for a reason. And so I want you to try this, just so you will go out of this meeting feeling calm, connected, and together. So you put one hand on your chest and one hand above your belly button. Close your mouth. And I want you to take very slow breath from your nose. Feel the cold air going in and the warm air going out. Make it so slow and so quiet, as if the hairs in the nose are barely moving. Remember, your body knows exactly how much air it needs. I want you to do this, so in this way, the more you feel air hunger, that's actually your body is shifting. Your body is now getting into the calm. That's how we do it. And so if we want to take it one step further, if anybody here is pregnant, please don't do the next exercise. But I welcome you to take a breath in from your nose, take a breath out from your nose, and wait, don't breathe. While you're waiting, I want you to think of these words that make you feel good. I am safe. I am loved. I am light. All is okay. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I want you to feel that these words are connected with you. They resonate with your body. Take an air from your nose. Breathe out from your nose. Put your hands back on your chest. One on your chest, one on your stomach. And again, do a slow, slow, slow breath. Very soft, very slow. Where the cold air goes in and the warm air goes out. Where the hairs are barely moving in your nose and it's so quiet and calm. And as you're doing this, I want you to pay attention to your body. Is your body temperature going warmer? Then you know you're doing right. Is your mouth full of saliva? You know you're doing right. Do you feel more in calm? Then you definitely know you're doing right. This is the Buteco. This is what we need. So if you ever pass in the street, or if you ever bump into social media, or if you ever have any story or anything that makes you feel like it's moving you from your center, it just takes 2 minutes to just breathe and reconnect with yourself. This is our power. This is only one tool of Planetherapy. We have many, many, many tools with beautiful people that their heart and soul is 100% with us and want to be there with us and share their tools. They keep calling us and say, oh, nobody called me yet. And so please reach out. Don't be shy. If you feel that there's no match, you can always change the therapist, but don't go through this alone. We don't want to see anybody feeling sad or alone. And remember, unity is power. The togetherness, this is how we get stronger. And we invite you, please, to write to us. Stay in touch. Feel free. Don't be shy. Even if you think it's a silly question, there's no silly questions. Everything leads to one more thing. We're here, and we really want to say thank you for everybody who came and heard what is Planetherapy and what we offer, what we can do, and how far we can fly. Thank you.
So I will share that before we summarize, I'll share that our dear friend Yael, who has been on a number of J-Ready programs before, she wrote in the question answer chat that she's a therapist in Toronto and she's feeling very, very overwhelmed by the mood of the Jewish community with the upcoming elections in Canada. And there's a very loud message that if the Liberals win, which is looking like they will, the Jewish community is in big trouble. This is something that I guess is not just unique to Canada, but in the local and governmental elections all around the world, the Jewish community is feeling more and more tense in relation to that. And she's saying that she finds it hard to continue to support clients, and in her case, students especially, in flexible thinking, not catastrophizing, etc. And that's what is happening. And wondering if you have any words of wisdom as professionals that can share, that would be amazing.
Actually, I would like to say that we also, one of our projects, which we have many, it's called Helping the Helpers. So anyone who is a professional and they feel overwhelmed, we have few therapists that are volunteering to give these sessions, and one of them is actually from Canada. So please reach out to us. 2 from Canada already? Oh my God, you see, there's always more. Please send us an email and we will hook you in the group. We have an expert of trauma and we will discuss it, how to deal with it. From my point of view, no matter what happens, always focus in finding that center. And for me, number one is always the breathing. I start with that. And then it helps me to focus with everything else. So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot more tools. There's also tools of coaching that I do as well. And Tal does NLP, which is imaginary guidance. There's so many methods out there, but we're here. Please write to us.
Amazing. We also have friends from Mexico who are here with us who are already excited about publicizing your services on their different networks and channels. And a bunch of other friends that we have who are commenting about how important this unity is. It's strengthening all of us. So guys, we totally relate to all of that. And I don't know about the rest of you, but those of you who are also in the midst of Pesach craziness and cleaning, those breathing techniques really calm me down. So I'm definitely going to use them multiple times a day in the run up to the Passover holiday. If there are no more questions, I'll just like to say thank you so much to Tal and to Alana for joining us today, for sharing your experience, your knowledge, your wisdom with us. And of course, if any of you would like to explore further collaborations with Planetherapy, which we strongly recommend, you can reach out to us at jready@jaffe.org, or you can reach out to them directly. I know that Lior posted the email addresses, Tal and Alana's email addresses in the chat. And of course, we encourage you to follow us on social media, register to receive updates and additional webinars, courses, trainings, and other engagements with JReady. So we really welcome you all to become more involved and closer and engaged in the JReady network and all of our programs and services. And of course, this time of year, in the run up to Pesach, in the run up to Passover, I think we're all reminded of this intense journey of our people. You know, historically, we talk about this bondage to freedom. And I think we're all very strongly feeling it, that it's not just a reflection of our past, of things that we've experienced in our ancestral history, but really an urgency of our present. And I just want to bless us all that this season will bring freedom to our loved ones, 59 individuals still held hostage in Gaza. And hopefully we'll all merit to see a world where we can build communities that are rooted in safety, in security, in dignity, and resilience and peace. So once again, thank you, Alana. Thank you, Tal. Amazing work that you're doing with Planetherapy. And we look forward to partnering with you further with our JReady community. And just wishing all of those celebrating Passover, Chag Pesach, Kashel B'Sameach, and just everyone else, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we will see you next time. God bless.
Thank you.